Hey guys, so today I finally have my nail polish collection video. This first one is going to be just an overview of everything, and then I will break down the videos individually by brand. Just otherwise this will be like hours long because I do want to be able to show every bottle. So we'll jump right into it. Okay, so this is the corner of my kind of makeup room, filming room, spare bedroom. I'm not going to show the rest of it just because it's all still pink and it's really messy. But this is where I keep all of my nail polish. I have 6 Melmers. You can get these from Michael's. I don't have an IKEA anywhere near me, so this is the best option for me. I usually wait until these are like buy one get one 50% off or buy one get one 40% off or whatever it is, where I have a coupon. I don't think I've ever paid full price for, like, I always get them 2 at a time. I've never paid full price for both of them. But up here I have a nail polish rack that's on the wall and I haven't really decided what to do with. I have some stuff that I've been collecting for a swap that I'm doing, but I took it down because I don't want the surprise to be ruined. And then that shelf is usually where I keep my things that I need to haul or that I'm putting together for a video, but it's empty right now. Thank God, I finally got everything done. So the only other things I keep up here are my nail polish removers. I have a bunch of those little mini Zoyas, and then nail polish thinner, and like my cuticle remover, and drying spray, and then the non-acetone that I pour into the Zoya pump bottle, pure acetone. I have this one that's like almost empty, and then for some reason got into this one of acetone nail polish remover. So those are there, and now we will get into the drawers. So I'm probably going to just pick all the drawers up and set them right here because I can't really figure out a better way to do it, really. The first drawer is all of my Essies. I have these kind of in color order, but not very well. I don't have a good eye for that, unfortunately. I don't like them in these drawers as much as I liked them on the racks on the wall, but one, I don't have enough racks, and I don't really want to have like a ton of racks on the wall, and 2, it's better to keep them away from light in a dark place. So as much as it pains me to kind of hide them away like this, it's kind of a more practical storage solution for large collections. So the first ones I have in here, I just have like glitters and shimmery things in this first row. And then just like basic colors, black and white, grays. Then I start with more whites and neutrals, pinks, purple, orange, blue, green, more neutrals because they're all mixed up. And then back here are the Luxe Effects. If you guys haven't seen these two, these are new Luxe Effects that are going to be out for holiday this year. I found these on 365nailart.com. I don't think you can get these individually though, and I unfortunately pre-ordered the whole, what's on my hand? Okay, I don't know what's on my hand, but it's not coming off. So I unfortunately pre-ordered the set. It was like a 6-piece set, and I thought that they were all going to be new, but they're not. Only these 2 are new, and then the mirrored metallics were re-released with these 2. So don't be fooled. I don't think you can get them individually on that website right now, but they are Rock at the top is the gold one, and Summit of Style is this kind of bronzy one. So those are going to be out for holiday. They should be popping up pretty soon if that website has them already. So those are my Essies. Next I have my Zoyas, and this drawer actually doesn't have the liner. I saved it out of here. It's just like a drawer liner, but these are rubberized, and so they get kind of oily, like they break down over time, and they will ruin the labels on your polish bottles. I noticed it on my Zoyas first, so I took it out of that drawer, and I just took it out of my OPI drawer today too because I noticed that some of the lettering was transferring onto the drawer liner and it was coming off of my labels. So I kind of just removed them from the drawers as I noticed the wear, but it kind of sucks because then they slide all over the place. So for Zoya's, it's pretty much the same. I have like blacks and grays up top here, and like white and silver, and then my neutrals and oranges and pinks. I have the matte velvets and the pixie dusts all mixed in here. The only ones that aren't in here right now are the winter, the pixie dust from the winter, because I think there's going to be delivered tomorrow. I pre-ordered them and then they shipped out the next day after the pre-order started, so it wasn't much of a pre-order. But anyway, so those are my Zoyas. The next drawer is my OPI and OPI related things. So I have my OPIs, Nicole by OPI and Sephora by OPI in the back. Again, I just have these glitters in blacks and whites in the front. I don't really have, I mean I have a lot of OPIs, but I don't have a ton. I generally just like to pick up the liquid sands when they come out and any like super unusual colors. Nicole by OPI, I have even less. I find that they kind of release OPI colors under different names after a while. I have two of their textured polishes. This one came in an Ipsy bag, and then their ruffles, which I guess are also textured because these are really, really amazing. And then Sephora by OPI, which is obviously discontinued. Now I got a few of these off of Outlook, but most of them I had already had. Unfortunately, I don't really reach for those very often. And then I have some mini OPIs back here too. I have the Nicki Minaj minis, the Brazil liquid sands, and then the sheer tint minis as well. So those are my OPIs. So next I have my China Glaze. I actually have two drawers of China Glaze with some spillover, the spillover being the magnetic polishes, which I don't even have in here right now. I have them sitting off to the side because I don't really want to mix them in with another like different drawer, but I'm not really sure if I'm even going to keep them. So those are kind of like in the air right now. But my first drawer of China Glaze has, again, silvers and whites and multicolored glitters near the front, and grays and crackle, that's really separated. And then I have my nudes, yellows, oranges, reds, and starting into my pinks. These are like really out of order because I have my nudes and then I have like gold things and random multicolored glitters. Like I said, I'm really bad at getting these organized by color order. But that is my first drawer of China Glaze. I also have the textures and the crackles just mixed up in here with whatever color they go with. So my next drawer of China Glaze is more pinks into purples, blues, and greens. Now I could have sworn that when I had these all in here but not arranged in color order, I was able to fit the rows like evenly from front all the way to the back without this extra space back here, because this won't fit a bottle. But for some reason it just didn't work out that way when I took everything out and tried to put it back in, so I really don't know what happened with that. But yeah, that is my second China Glaze drawer. I have more China Glaze than any other brand. I kind of started buying China Glaze before I like really got into nail polish. I guess that kind of like China Glaze was my gateway drug. But so I have more of that just because I collected that longer. So the last drawer on my first row of Melmers, I went all the way down the left side, and then I'll move to the right from there. But the next one is kind of my random, not quite drugstore brands. So the back is all Julep. I've gotten quite a few Julep boxes accidentally, but now I have a reminder set on my phone to remember to skip it, or at least check the colors and see if I want to skip it. I don't tend to get them very often anymore because I have so much that the colors don't appeal to me. But then I have my Color Club back here. It's pretty much all halo hues. Some of their like original holographics, and one really, really crappy glitter back here. And then I have one Illamasqua, one Nails Ink, some Chanel back there, which was stupid of me to ever buy, Jade holographics, some NARS that are probably fake because I got them off, I don't even remember the name of the website anymore, but there was some really sketchy stuff with those. Lime Crimes are back here. This is all Butter London, Deborah Lippmann, NFUO, Orly, these Nail Teeny ones that came in Ipsy bags, Nick K. Most of my Ipsy bag stuff goes in here actually, just so I don't know what else to do with it. Like the Circus by Andrea's Choice, one Pop Beauty, which a subscriber sent to me, and I still haven't paid her for that, so, and I honestly lost the email, so I don't know who you are. If you sent this to me, email me because I need to pay you for it. And this came in a Mimi box, more minis that came in a Mimi box. This I actually came, this LVX one, and then this one, and this one. I feel like there was one more in there. Oh, this Orly here. They came in a nail trend box. I think it was like curated by Chalkboard Nails. The first time I ever joined the nail gossip chat on Twitter, I won a box, and I didn't even go into that knowing that you could win anything, so I was really excited. So you guys could check that out. It's like every other Sunday at 9, and there's different like nail topics to talk about. So, this, I have 2 Layla ceramic effects. I have one more that's actually coming in the mail, but these are CE 53 and 52, and these are the flakies. I don't have these anywhere near me, and they were actually not that hard to find online. I think I got this really awesome purple flaky one on Amazon. I had to get the red one from Nail Polish Canada because I couldn't find it anywhere else. So that's like my random not drugstore drawer. So the whole middle stack of my Melmers is all indies. So the first drawer here is mainly candy lacquer. I do have a lot of candy lacquer. So you can see they all line up really pretty except for these new bottles. So I'll have to get used to that because they just don't line up the same. But yeah, this is all candy lacquer up to here. And then I have some Eat Sleep polish, Aqua Daisy that I have one of, Reverie that I only have one of, pinwheel polishes. I actually just got these ones today. Lack Attack in the front, and then shimmer polish all the way in the front here. I try to keep these organized by brand, but it's not easy because if I get like one candy lacquer, then I have to shift everything down. So I tend to just kind of like pile them into the bottom drawer and then arrange them occasionally when they really start to bother me. But right now they're all arranged, and I did that just for you guys. So there's my first indie drawer. My next indie drawer has Chloe and Bella polishes back here. I have my I Love Nail polishes, Fun Lacquer, glitter lambs all the way up to like here. Then I have some rainbow polish, kawaii nail lacquer, hit polish. I talked about this actually. Hit polish is Autumn Harvest, and I actually talked about this in my fall nail polish favorites, but there is actually a new version, which is the one on the right, which is a little bit better than the one on the left. We'll get closer up versions of that when I get to like my indie video. Then I have Black Cat lacquers up here, Poppy, Ninja Polishes, Floam, and the Done nail polish up in the front. So that's my second indie drawer. So my third indie drawer is Polished by Jessica Jean. I have all of the frostings and a few other ones up to, actually I think it's even. I think it ends at this row. And then my loaded lacquers start. Loaded lacquer, KB Shimmer. That's loaded lacquer. This is KB Shimmer. This one is actually really cool. This one is new from KB Shimmer. It has leopard spot glitter in it. Then I have Lumina lacquer, and I think that's it. I have Lumina lacquer, oh, and then just a couple Baroness X polishes in the corner. So that is my third indie drawer. Okay, my next indie drawer has Polish Me Silly and some old school, like, Lush lacquer before they changed their name. I have the Pipe Dream Polish Neons. These, from what I have heard, water marble really, really well, but I haven't tried it yet. I have Drip Drop Nail Paint. I got a lot of grab bags over the summer from her, so I have a lot of random drip drops in here. Nail Pattern Boldness. Actually, this one got sent to me from Lindsay at Lindsay Does Nails. She sent me a few because she's awesome. Nail Pattern Boldness. Starly. I have quite a few Starly polishes up here. Starly. I have some Pretty and Polished. I don't know why I keep these. I have a lot of thermals from Pretty and Polished that just completely pooped out on me after, like, I know thermals have a really short shelf life anyway, but these were like, I had completely lost their pigment within like a month or two of having them, but except for this one. This one is tomboyish, and I've had this for years, and it's still going strong, but yeah, the newer ones just totally pooped out on me. Some Ella G. Ella G has really cool, unique glitters. They have dolphins, penguins, seashells. Yeah, they have really cool stuff. And let's see, Darling Diva polish and Pretty Jelly, which has really, really amazing hollows. And one random one from Jaded Nail Company. I like to just throw ones, if I have extra space, I'll pick out one that I only have like one or two of that brand and throw them in there. Okay, the next drawer this is the last full drawer, is glitter days in the back here, and then this will like really old school glitter days. I've been collecting glitter days for a while because this is absolutely ancient. Then I have Dolish Polish. I have 3 different bottles shapes for Dolish Polish, which is awesome that they keep changing, you know, the brand, but at the same time it drives me nuts when it comes to organizing. I have some 84 neon pastels. When I got these, there were like some unmixed white pigment in here, and when I paint them on my nails, I get like white streaks. And now they're like really too pastel, and I think they just need to be shaken up. I think the pigment's like separating weird in there. But what else do I have? I have Luxe Lacquers up here. This is all Madam Glam. These are actually some new Madam Glams that I have yet to show you guys in a video. I just got these the other day, but they're like their designer series or something. It's like a fancier one. They have these really unique bottles and really good formulas. So, Madam Glam. I have some Mod Lacquer, She Polish, which I just posted these on Instagram today, and Colors de Carol. I have some Rockstar nails. This is an indie seller that's no longer making nail polish, which I believe is due to just bad customer service and some shady business practices, at least from what I experienced. Serum number 5, Whimsical Ideas by Pam. I have one U polish up here. This one, it's French. I don't even know. I don't think you can get this anymore. It's just like a patriotic one. And then I have all of my minis from Super Nails because I have been actually really liking Super Nails. They have some really cool stuff for Halloween this year. So that is my 5th drawer. And my last indie drawer is not quite full. I have my Super Chick lacquers back here. I know a lot of people were kind of weirded out by the bottle shape because these do look like super wide bottles. But if you look at them from the bottom, they're totally square. So they fit really well with everything else. Super Chick Lacquer and then Native War Paints are the only other thing in here. I have a few different bottle shapes from them too because I have their old flat bottles. And then I have some minis. Some of these are from a Thanksgiving collection, which is not out yet. It releases November 1st, and there will be swatches up on my Instagram of those. And then I have some of her fall and Halloween collection. I ended up getting full sizes of 4 of these, even though I had the minis. I got rid of them now, but I ended up getting full sizes just because I really liked them. So that is my last indie drawer. So next I have my drugstore polishes. This one, I have another drugstore drawer also that I'll show you, but it's just like, in order to keep it separated by brand, I had to have a little bit of space in both of them. So I have my Sinful Colors up here. I got really into Sinful Colors a couple years back, and now I'm not so much. I always try to find stuff that I really like from them, but I just can't anymore. And then I have Salon Perfect. These I think you can get at Walmart. They have some really cool glitters for placement. Revlon, the Revlon Color Stay, which I don't think they're making anymore. And the Revlon Perfumery, Parfumery, I don't really care. Those are the scented ones. Those are actually really nice. I have a couple Studio M polishes that you can only get at Meijer stores. Milani, L'Oreal, Maybelline. I have the Color Show, the Bleach Neons. And some random Wet n Wilds, like some old Wet n Wilds. And then the Spoiled glitters, which were terrible. And then I have some of these new, what were these ones? Color Icon? Megalast. Some of the new Megalast mattes that came out for the fall. So that is one of my drugstore drawers. And my next drugstore drawer just houses all of my Sally Hansen. So I have the Complete Salon manicures up here, some of the textured ones, what were those called? Sugar something? Sugar coats. And I have some of the fuzzy coats, and then these are actually new ones for Halloween this year. I have one of the Luster Shines that I just wanted this one. Just this one. None of the other ones appealed to me, but when I looked for this one for a while and finally found it on sale, but that's Lava. And then I have the Triple Shine. They're like jelly versions of those. I think I'm actually going to end up using those for a tutorial sometime soon. I have a lot of the Insta-Dries. I had read that these are really good for stamping, and I even like looked up which ones are really good for stamping because they're supposed to be more than just the black and white, but I really wasn't happy with the stamping on any of these, so I just have them. And then I have some of the Hard as Nails Extreme Wear, and of course my current and backup bottles of Pacific Blue. So that is the rest of my nail polishes, but I have some treatments and nail art stuff that I want to show you too. So this drawer is all treatments. It's top coats and base coats and all other kinds of stuff. I have like treatmenty things down here, like Rejuvicoat Nail Envy. This one from Sally Hansen that took forever to dry and I never used it again. This is actually just acetone in an empty bottle for this back here, which is the stuff I got to do patches, to patch broken nails, nail wraps, and then lightless gel and a setting spray. And then after I bought the stuff, because I had a bunch of really bad breaks, and after I bought this stuff, I have not had a bad break since, so I haven't even opened those. Bubble White, which is really good for whitening yellow nails. You can get this at Sally's. I think most of this stuff is from Sally's. Then back to over here, I have base coats and nail prep and top coats. HK Girl, I've been using that lately. I haven't used it enough to really have a good opinion on it though. Some Julep ones, Jealous, Super Chick Nail Lacquer one, which I keep in the box for I don't even know why. Back here I just have backups, an Extra Sesh Veets. This is a matte top coat, or like a wax effect top coat from Pretty Unpolished. Glitter Food, a backup Glitter Food. This is a top coat from Dance Legend. It actually is like a textured top coat, so it'll make anything sparkly and textury. Ghoulish Glow, it's an old one. The Northern Lights, Pretty Unpolished, like holographic top coat, matte top coat, wax top coat, matte top coat. I have my Yellow Stopper that I use for a peel-off base coat out the door, which is what I use for swatches. A lot of times I take my swatch pictures for Instagram when my nails are still wet, but if it's something that needs to be smoothed out, then I usually use out the door. A couple different cuticle butters. This is a new top coat I just got from Native War Paints with my swatch stuff, so I have to test that out. And then just a few different cuticle oil treatment things, like cuticle remover, and then a ton of different oils. Solar oil, more cuticle remover, mango mend, the Essie apricot one that I use when I swatch, and then just some like pedicure lotions. One's from Julep, one is from Dr. Scholl's, and then the hand and nail therapy from Mane and Tail. So those are my treatments. The next drawer has a little less going on. It's really just random stuff, like the Julep plie wand thing that I never really figured out how to make it work well for me. Some pointed Q-tips, little plie wand attachments, dropper, glass dropper for nail polish thinner, my nippers, the brush that I'm currently using for cleanup. I have some backup ones and files back there. This little soaker thing for when I do my bubble white. These glitter removal caps, you fill them up with acetone and it soaks your nails. A bunch of these random julep things. I don't know how I gathered so many of those. And then a couple buffing blocks. My thing that I fill up with acetone. This is a cool little gadget. This actually grips onto, it's a little claw, and it grips onto cotton balls, so you can remove your like toenail polish without messing up your manicure. And I have a bunch of felt pads. These are actually really good for removing glitter nail polish because they're extra scrubby. When I got these, I was not even thinking, like, duh, the color is going to bleed. But I actually tested them all out with 100% acetone, and the color does not bleed. The dye doesn't bleed out of the felt pads, which is really good. But if you're going to do that, I would get white, just in case, you know, you get a different brand or whatever, so you don't end up with dyed skin, because I was totally not thinking, and I'm really lucky that it worked out for my favor, because I don't think that that would happen again. So there's my, I don't even know, maintenance kind of drawer. The next drawer is all pretty much nail art supplies. I have sponges for gradients, toothpicks, a bunch of studs and jewels, a little heart-shaped hole punch, painter's tape. I have the magnets from the China Glaze magnetic polishes, toothpicks, striping tape, reinforcement labels. I actually have feathers under here, and I have these 2 bags of holiday glitter. They are snowflakes and Christmas trees. I got these because my mom and I were like 3 years ago going to attempt coming out with our own nail polish line, but then we just never really could commit to startup costs and time and effort because we're both just too busy. So those are still sitting there. I might use those for nail art eventually. I have more little rhinestones, water marbling cup, and clear tape, nail vinyls, toothbrush, nail art, like the Sally Hansen nail art pens, wax pencil, dotting tools are in this thing. I've got a ton of stuff. I have the loose glitter from like a bunch of different nail polishes. Gosh, I have spikes and studs and flocking powder in here. I have foils and nail stickers. I have these little crushed gel pieces. I have like metallic thin like leaf foil. I just have loose glitter. What's down here? I have frickin' caviar beads. I have Gleequins down here, which are like large hex glitters you can use for placement. Yeah, I have like everything. Seriously, Amazon is the best way to go if you don't mind waiting for shipping from like China, because you can get it really cheap. So that's my nail art drawer, which is now in even more shambles than it was when I started. And my last drawer is stamping plates and stamping things. You would think that for someone with as much nail art stuff as I have, I would do more nail art, but I really just don't have the patience for it. Sometimes I like to, but not very often. So I also have stripers in here. I have the Art Deco ones, and then I have these ones from Simply Spoiled Beauty, which have like a pen tip on them, which are, the black one's really the only one that's nice. The glitter is pointless. And then I have stamping polishes. They're all from Conad. They're not fantastic. I have a bunch of Moyu London plates, which are some of the coolest stamping plates that I think I've ever seen. Let me try to find you guys a cool one. Some of them come with sleeves and some of them don't, which is weird. But I got a lot of these last year. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is just this whole scene on a stamping plate. And it's so cool because you can pick pretty much any pattern that you want out of it. So these are really, really cool plates. So I have all those plates, and then I have a couple of different scrapers. I have the metal and the plastic. The metal works better, but the plastic won't scratch the plates, so I'm really torn on it. And then I have a couple different stampers as well. I have the Conad one that's a little bit stiffer, the double-ended, and then I have this soft one from Moyu London. And then I have Red Angel plates. These are freaking sharp. I cut myself on these the first time that I used them. Some MASH plates from forever ago, and then these cheeky, like, giant image plates back here as well. So I fully intended on getting really into stamping, and really I just got really into buying stamping plates. So I need to be like re-inspired. But anyway, that is my nail polish collection overview. So probably once a week I'll do Saturdays until it's finished. I'll be putting up a new collection video, and it will just be by brand. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the indies yet, but just to avoid these being too long. So a week from now will be the next one, and we'll probably start right down the line and do the Essies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.